Greetings everyone, welcome back. It's Fleo, and as we can see by the little tab at the top, it is rewards day and I have some fun rewards. First things first, I do want to open one thing and mention that there's a bit of confusion. Maybe it might not be it's internal, my confusion, but one thing we can see here is that of course we got a couple, not even as many as I thought we would, but a couple auctions from these new leagues. We had La Liga today. But one thing to mention is that today for match week game week 250, which you can now enter lineups that just went live today, there was supposed to be the underdog 250, which one where you can see the rewards you can get, you can see what you're allowed to submit, everything like that. And unfortunately, I do not see it now. I could be looking in the wrong place. I would assume it would fall under mix if I were to guess anywhere. Of course, there are some limited. I can't see the rare, super rare, or unique, so maybe it's under there and maybe you have to qualify for them, but I don't believe so. And then mix, of course, is only the weekly and the training. So I didn't see them. Either way, we can go back to game week 250 and see where I finish. So right here, we'll go to prize pool, see how many people submitted lineups, and if we go, we can see that 103,000 people submitted a lineup for the weekend's game week 248. In the comments here, 5,500 in the America tier and 8,400 in the under 23. And so I placed in 5,925th out of 8,481, which was all right, nowhere near awards. And in my mind, it just wasn't a stellar lineup out of me. Can I click on it and see my lineup? Yeah, perfect. I mean, obviously, a bunch of people didn't play. Put the right bonus on the right guy. He played well. I mean, I think this was one of my better pickups. I think he's a good player that is very young, of course, under 23. But I didn't really expect much from these guys, and I've actually sold Robin Jalving since, and I won't be submitting an under 23 lineup. I'll explain that in a moment or in tomorrow's video when I build my game week 250. But you can see I have claim rewards here. Then the America lineup, which I finished of 5,536. I had an okay lineup, but I improved it a bit this weekend. I bought a couple players, and we'll see that when I build my lineup tomorrow, including a brand new goalie because the 0 did hurt. But I didn't do terribly. Now, if we go to leaderboards for America, limited America, we can see that the top, or we know that the top 500 get a reward. So if we go to page 10, we can see the top 500. You need to score 325 points. Now, that is high, 100%. But I scored with a player not playing and another player, in my mind, underperforming. We'll go to my teams. We can see that here. These two players played well, 100%. I'm happy with their performance, and hopefully maybe this is higher than I should expect, but in my mind, I think this was a decent performance, what I expected. A goalie who did not play at all, a forward who subbed on, didn't get all too much, and Graham Zusi, who they kind of got rolled by Atlanta. So in my mind, I think I could get, and I got 205 points, so I think I could get with a new goalie that maybe scores 40, and a little improvement here, maybe a bonus. Maybe the goalie scores 60 would be awesome. But I think I can get into that rewards range with this lineup and or within the improved lineup next game week 250. We do reach the weekend, so I'm absolutely excited about that. And I really hope to put together a nice lineup there. And then, but of course, wasn't able to get the rewards. I got overview. That's where I wanted to be for that. But if I go to the comments here, I finished 7,020th with a pretty good lineup, I will say. 68, 73, 84. I should have put the bonus on him. I put the bonus on the worst guy. Seems fitting for my luck. And my goalie, I put together a pretty good lineup, 7,000th. I think if I put the bonus here, and I did have one spot I could have improved, as we saw here. I had a midfielder. Actually, who was my duplicate? I had two midfielders. So essentially, I could have put any forward player in for this spot. And if you go to my training lineups for game week 248, we can see that I could have put Nilsson in, who would have got me like 25 more points-ish, which of course I don't think would have put me in that top, or I know it wouldn't have put me in that top 3 range, but I could have done a little better either way. because of that, I was able to finish in the top, as we can see here, 10%, meaning I get a star common reward, which is by far the best rewards I have yet to get. And I'm very, very excited about it. So, I mean, a lot of pressure. There's some really, I mean, all of them in my mind are probably very good pulls. Maybe there are some ones that aren't as stellar. I mean, like a goalkeeper is always usable. But we shall see what I can pull from here. And then we'll look at some of the top lineups and call it a day for today's video. So if we go back here, we go to claim rewards. Here we go. I'm hoping for some more rewards next weekend, some better rewards. But we got, all right, a goalkeeper who I do not know, but he plays in legal and he's 24 years old. Now let's check him out on our good friends at SoRare Data. But Alexander Nubel, let's see if it shows up without the, every time, I don't understand why this happens so frequently, without the accent mark in a way. But let's see. Oh, let's go. That's a pretty good reward. Obviously, it was a tier 1 reward, and I'm happy about that nonetheless. But he's a 25-year-old goalkeeper. That limited card goes for $500. 0.166 Ethereum. In my mind, of course, there's some insane rewards that I could have gotten, but this is pretty good. Of course, a goalkeeper is always useful. It could be in my next common lineup. We shall see what I do. Now, I do, of course, have Allison, so it's a bit tough, but if I do end up expanding into some upper echelon tiers, like if we go to the play section, what we need for all-star lineups is that we need 5 cards, but we can see that requirement for these lineups for the rare and super rare and unique, or well, rare and super rare, or nope, I lied, just rare. Bouncing around on my thoughts, but just rare, I need at least 4 rare cards, but I can use a common. So if I do get into that rarity tier, of course that that goalie is usable in that sense, and we can see what I do from here with him. But I of course have Allison. I'll show you my lineup. I'll go over it tomorrow, but we'll compare him. So it's just hard to compete. I'll throw him in a training lineup for now, though. Either way, that's fine. I'm happy with it. I had a good lineup, placed me 7,000th. And of course, if Allison's not playing, we have our results. So with that, I did sell. I have 100 Ethereum now because I did sell. Who was it? Robin Jalving for about $20, I believe, right around there. So that is my rewards for today. I am thrilled with it. Thank you all for joining, and I'm excited. I mean, the midweeks are always tough. Actually, I'll show my lineups really quick. No, my teams for the midweek lineup. Of course, I have the common one with only 1 person playing, the limited ones with only 1 person playing, and our training lineup. So not really expecting much from the midweek competitions besides obviously a common reward just for participating. But thank you all for joining. Have an excellent evening, morning, night, whenever you're watching. Peace.